Hey friends, welcome to my kitchen. If you happen to be over on Instagram this morning, I went live with the empath healer, so Avalon Starlight, who brings so much light and love to the world. It is amazing. Anyway, we talked briefly about my current healing journey. And I'm a part of her program. I was doing a one-on-one intensive with her, which rolled into a program called Chakra Mastery Academy. And then now so that was in 2022. 2023, I've actually extended, and I'm doing the Empath Business School with her. And something that it's teaching me, is that I need to go deep. First, I needed to go let my dog in. I needed to go deep and do some healing. And something that my Reiki Master said to me the other day, after my treatment, she said, don't focus so much on the wound. It happened, multiple things have happened, but don't focus on that big wound, focus on the scar. So that evening I came home and had a shower. I always feel such clarity in the shower. And instantly things started dropping in, and it was like, okay, speak from the scar. So the healing. You've been on the healing journey. You've transformed in so many ways. So instead of focusing on the shit or how alone you felt or how isolated or whatever, focus on the healing. And a big part of that is my intuition. If you heard my conversation with Avalon, I'm getting some things ready to make an omelet, so I thought it's the perfect time to make a video. We talked about one of the biggest challenges she gave me when we first began working together, and that was some separation from the device that is recording me, my phone. And it's something that all of us, at some point, I'm sure, you become, for whatever reason. So you have to have it, or you have to be available all the time. You have to answer it and, do whatever. And for a long time, that was me. And I kind of know why. I had mentioned very briefly in my conversation with her, that including my husband's accident. How did I find out? Well, the phone. And so that ringing was becoming a trigger to me. And it was something that I didn't really recognize at the time. I just thought, no, in the type of job that I have, I guess industry that we're in, there can be emergency calls. So I really was putting everyone else before me, everyone else. And especially with the phone. So take it back more than a few years. I believe it was, doesn't need to be exact, but at least 8 years ago, probably, I received a phone call. So prior to this phone call coming in, my husband and I were debating whether to go out to our hot tub. So we'd put the kids to bed, and it was either, okay, are we going to bed or are we going out to the hot tub? And so we're literally sitting on the couch debating when my phone rang. And it was a private number. And a lot of times I wouldn't answer them because, well, it's not a bad thing to screen your calls. Anyway, something told me to answer it. And had we have went out to our hot tub 10 minutes before when we were talking about it, I would have missed this phone call. And this is what I know contributed to my dependency of the phone. I answered this private number, unknown name, something. It's stored in here, Crystal. It's stored in here. Yes, I can feel it shifting at this moment because I've never actually talked about this. So I answered the phone, and private name, unknown number, whatever. And it's a police officer. You don't want to get a phone call from a police officer, let me tell you. He was calling me because they found, yeah, I need to release this. They found a card, an identification card with our business name on it, the family business that I work for. And he was calling to see if I knew who this person was that was just in a horrible, horrible accident. I remember that night, I couldn't think straight. I couldn't think of names. I couldn't think of where people lived. I actually handed my husband the phone, who also works with me, and her at the time. And because I couldn't think, I couldn't speak, I couldn't try and find the information that I needed to find. I could get logged on to my computer. I couldn't think of anything. I couldn't. Anyway, I managed to explain to him where family lived close by, because like I said, I couldn't even think of names. I couldn't. All I remember is I was shaking almost uncontrollably. And then having to make phone calls to my dad and my aunt, who worked with her for a very long time. So I became dependent. I became dependent on my phone. I had to be available all the time. I already had that feeling because I'm a mom. So it was then intensified. And it was the what ifs again, right? God, that feels better talking about it. So it's just interesting that night. If I hadn't have listened to my intuition, because I'd said, let's just wait a little bit and see. I'm not 100% sure if I want to go out. I would have missed that phone call. And I'm not saying I had to have gotten it. Then I maybe wouldn't have had to live that, what felt like a nightmare that night. There's a reason why. There's a reason why my intuition said, just wait. Just wait. And husband's accident, obviously. Since working with Evelyn, I've been able to release that in a very big way. And I'm seeing how it held on to my nervous system in a very big way. But I'm also seeing the more important factor of all of this. Listening to my intuition. The very simplest thing. It's cool to be an intuitive. It's really cool. And all that is just literally getting in touch with, like, listening to my soul. One fun example, because that's not very fun, it was quite sad, and it took me a very long time to get over that loss. The sudden tragic losses are just horrible. The more fun, more recent. So I went to a local store. Earlier this week, I felt inspired to buy myself some new exercise clothes, specifically shirts, to give myself some more options. And truthfully, I was looking online and I could not justify $40, $50, $75 a shirt. I just, for an exercise shirt, I couldn't justify it. Perhaps if there was a sale, you know, that would make it more worthwhile. Could not justify it. So my intuition again spoke up and said, go look at Stumbled Upon, which is a consignment store in town. So you can find some really good stuff. Like I got these jeans there. They're freaking cute. They're freaking comfortable. I love them. It was interesting. So I went in there today and it cost me $128 and I got, I think, 2 pairs of pants and like 4 shirts. Pants, shirt. So 1 are capris. Yeah, I think there's 4 shirts in there. So what would have cost me for 1 pair of pants, and the pants are Lulu's. They're freaking like, why I love that is because they're so comfortable and they fit my body amazing. So Lulu capris, Lulu long ones. I don't know what the brand names of the shirts are. I really could care less for shirts as long as it fits and it feels good. It's great. So I listened to my intuition and I got a fabulous deal. Fabulous. I am so stoked about that. The other thing, so making bread dough, sourdough, and which I need to get these guys into where they need to go. We like using sourdough dough for pizza crust. It tastes so good. This time I'm going to try dividing it in 4 because it was a bit thick before. Anyway, when I got home, I purposely didn't buy ham because I wanted to use the ham that we had here. And so I pulled it out when I got home to use with, I'm going to do broccoli, green onions, and peppers, and goat cheese. I think this is goat cheese. Oh, no, it is sheep cheddar. Got this locally at Misty Meadows. So I'm just going to have a veggie one now because I went to open the ham and it looked disgusting. I don't know, guys, about food these days. It does not last long and it freaking costs a fortune. And yeah, so whatever you can buy local, because my God, the stuff that comes into the stores is kind of dreadful. Anyway, when I was grocery shopping, I'm kind of jumping all over the place, but my brain likes to do this sometimes. So when I was heading to the grocery store, trying to figure out what we were going to have for dinner tonight, and I thought, yeah, just go and see if there's something that aligns with you. So Canada, I'm not buying meat from anywhere else at this moment. And if something's on sale. And so I did. So I found some pork, a nice pork roast. So we're going to have that. That's what I have going in the slow cooker. I got home and we had a few apples that are going soft. So they are chopped up in there. We had some mushrooms in the fridge that I didn't really feel like I wanted to put on our pizza tomorrow. So they're chopped up in there. And then it hit me. I just threw out the ham because it's gross and there's no way I'm going to eat it. And like, seriously, how did it? We just opened the package last week. Anyway, and it was the middle of the week too. This week, like it's Saturday. Anyway, stuff does not last and it sucks. Anyway, it doesn't suck because I have a pork roast. So instead of using, it was the Naturals ham, instead of using that, I'm going to use the roast that I am going to flavor and we're going to enjoy for dinner tonight. And we're going to have plenty left for tomorrow. So win-win. My intuition was ahead of me. I hadn't even caught up to this. Like my brain, my human brain hadn't even caught up to what my intuition was like. We're fine. We're good. I just wanted to share that. So hop on over. I will link Avalon's Instagram below So hop on over to Instagram and listen to our chat today. It was a lot of fun, and I found it really, really healing, especially the fact that when Crystal said to me earlier about speaking from my scars and not the wound, it was a couple days later. It was either Thursday or Friday morning. I think it was actually Thursday, so I think it was the next day. Avalon had reached out and said, can we have a chat? And let's talk about your experience in chakra mastery, but also in the Empath Business School. And like I said, it has been transformational in all areas of my life. Business, working with other people, relationships of all kinds, friendships, marriage, kids, like it's completely transformed my life. So, but I've also done the work, and I keep doing the work, and that's where it makes a difference. You can sign up for all this stuff and don't go for the flashy, oh, take my course and you're gonna make 100,000 a month. Like, look for something. This is what I looked for. Look for something that aligns with your soul to do the healing on you first. Because that's the only way we're going to expand, is us doing the work. Which is also awesome. So, that in itself felt really healing too. Big weekend. Enjoy.